Hello everybody, welcome to episode 104 of WCW, and this is a different opening than we usually do. We were getting ready to go live here on twitch.tv, and one of our Twitch chatters, I believe it was Noble, was like, hey, why don't you do a drug test, save, and go back so it doesn't like screw up the save because everyone's going to fail for drugs. And I was like, I like that idea, but I think once we do the test, it's going to save. So let's make a copy of the save, do a drug test, back out, and then act like that never happened. So that's what we're going to do. I have made a copy of my normal save. I've labeled it drug test to make it as obvious as possible. We're going to load in here. This is right where we were. And we're going to go to office. We are going to go to drug test, and we are going to give everyone a comprehensive drug test. What could go wrong? Wow, it's gonna go. That's a lot. Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay, I was like, I don't see anything in here, but it is lit. It is lit up. Mamma mia! Holy shit! Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. An even 40. Oh, man. Oh, man, a betting guide. I should have had you guys bet on how many people were going to pop. No one would have gotten it. Oh, man. All right, let's see what everyone popped for. Too cold. Hard drugs. Oof, okay. Al Perez. Hard drugs. Wow, I was like, I don't think that many people will get hard drugs. Art Barr. Hard drugs. John Tenta. Painkillers. Bam Bam Bigelow. Hard drugs. Wow. Brian Pillman. I mean, that's got to be. Oh, painkillers. Okay. Bull Nakano. Hard drugs. Chris Candido. Hard drugs. No one's popped for roids yet, which is shocking. Kurt Hennig. Hard drugs. Dave Finley. Painkillers. Doug Gilbert. Hard drugs. Eddie Gilbert got everything, probably. Eddie Gilbert's drug test probably just came back yes. Okay, if you're coming in late, we made a copy of the save, and we did a comprehensive drug test on the entire roster, just to see what would happen, just to see how many failures there would be for funsies. And we counted, and there's 40. Okay, but this is a copy of the save, and we're gonna see what drugs everyone's on, and then we're gonna pretend we didn't see any of this and go back to the other save. Sorry, we had some people come in, if you're watching on YouTube, we had some people come in late to the Twitch chat, and they were like, what is happening? What did you do? Eddie Guerrero, hard drugs. Damn, Eddie, come on, bro. Gary Albright, hard drugs. Hayabusa, painkillers, yeah. Paul Levesque. Steroids. First steroid pop for Triple H. No surprise there. Jerry Estrada. Hard drugs. I'm honestly shocked how few of these are for steroids. I thought this is like the inverse of what I thought was going to happen. I thought everyone was going to be on steroids and there'd be a handful of hard drugs, but it's the opposite. Everyone's on drugs. Mike Awesome? Oh, come on, Mike. What do you mean you're not on steroids? Mitsuharu Misawa? Soft drugs. Interesting. Also, our first soft drug. That's a little surprising, too. Hard drugs, Mortis. Macho Man steroids. There you go. Ric Flair. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Ric Flair's doing cocaine. Yeah. Richard Slinger. Soft. Okay. Rick Rude. Hard. How is Rick not on steroids? That's Steamboat. Oh, steroid. Oh, yeah. Steamboat mysteriously beefed up to like 290 pounds. Yeah. He's on steroids for sure. Yeah. I think it only shows the worst drug they are on, so some of the hard drugs might also be steroids. Yeah, that makes sense. Sabu, hard. Scott Steiner, steroids. There you go. Waltman, hard. Yeah, I mean Sean Waltman. Sherry Martel, no. Sherry, no. Sid. No wonder they kicked you out of Japan, bro. Steve Regal. Hard drugs, Steve Regal. Okay. Sting. Oh, steroids. Okay. Can't help but notice a lot of my top push guys are on the juice. Super Muneko, what are you doing here? You're doing painkillers. All right, man. Terry Gordy. He's another one that it probably just came back. Yes. Tommy Rich. And then the Villanos. What are you guys doing? Painkillers and painkillers. Okay. Well, I'm glad I made a separate save, because I fear as if I had done this on the main save, we would be screwed, because it would have saved automatically, and I'd be panicking about like the 35 people that I had to send to rehab right before the Champions Carnival. Instead, what we will be doing is we will be exiting out, going to main menu. And we will be loading WCW Lives. Hey, everything's fine. Ain't nobody on no drugs at all. Everything hunky-dory. No problem. I gotta say, that was a lot worse than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like a dozen. Anyway. Fall Brawl's coming up. We moved it to September. It's still 47 days away. I can't believe I was going to go from the pay-per-view we just had to Halloween Havoc. That was going to be so long. That would have been like 70 days of just booking TVs. I don't know what I was thinking. So luckily we have Fall Brawl in September now. And then it'll still be a big gap until Starrcade, but we'll be doing the Champion Carnival then, so it'll be fine. Any reason you tested? No, chat just thought it'd be funny. And I was like, yeah, you know what? That will be funny. I don't think Eho is wrestling yet. Well, we checked that. But it was when, like, we bought CMLL, which was a while ago now, so maybe he's since started. But I feel like we looked for Eho del Paraguayo when we were, like, just signing every luchador. Hey, 81 fans in Manitoba, let's go. Everyone bringing their drugs across the border. Oh, he's here. He's 16. I think this is what happened. We went to sign him, and I was like, okay, but he's 16. I'm not going to sign a 16-year-old. That's crazy. I'll shortlist him. But yeah, I'm not, you know. Alright. Alright, we got Saturday night to book. Mom Maker didn't make him Pero's child. Sick. So there's literally no reason to sign him. Cool. Alright, no nights off. Where haven't we been in a while? I'm seeing July 10th for Southwest, so it's been a minute. Last time we went to Las Vegas. Oh, we need to be looking at like big boy arenas. God, 23,000 for a Saturday night taping is absurd. Let's go to the pond of Anaheim. Why not? Let's go. Everyone could go to Disneyland afterwards. Sounds great. All right. I think we need some character ideas. I think we need to juice up, especially for like Super Viernes. I think we need to juice up some of those guys that are going to be in the Champions Carnival. Got a likely for Sting. You know what? That's useless. I'm gonna take this advice I've been saying I should do for a long time. The things that are likely, I'm not gonna use them. They're not. Especially. I mean, it may be in TNA I'll use them because we don't have as much stuff stored up. But in this mod, I'm not gonna use a likely pretty much ever. Big gamble for Terry Funk. No. Character idea. Big gamble for Sting. No. Okay. You guys don't really seem to have any character ideas. How about a finish? You got a safe bet. Okay. All right, now let's go back to character idea. Okay. Why are they all for Sting? There's like 200 people on the roster. Why are they all for Sting? All right, that was a bad meeting. Travel Classics, Travel. Yeah, that's just from just transferring this from 2020 to 9, because I think in 2020. I don't know why that happens. Maybe in 2020 you could only set them to be related, and then in 9 it's more intricate than that. I think that might be where the error comes from. But that said, Pero, it doesn't have them set to be related at all. That's just the mod maker missing it. The Gambler wants to work. You know what? We might. You know what, the Gambler? What's your selling? It could be good. Yeah, let's go. Let's get the Gambler out here. Mabel has showed up and wants to work. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's weird to think of Mabel not being in 1995 WWF because he was such a big part of that. But, I mean, he's real bad. Yeah, he's real bad. So, like... You know, this is a more just world where Mabel doesn't get a big push for no reason. Other than he big. Alright. Sting and Ricky Steamboat are becoming closer. Okay, good. Good. There's been... Ryan, Rick Rude and Arn are getting heat. Okay. Eddie Gilbert won a poker tournament. Oh, I'm sorry. He hosted one. He did not win it. He did a bad job. Dory and George South bonding. Sure. Why is Dory still here? Oh, because Dory's not in New Japan. I think I just signed him to like a 1-month contract. Is Dory recognizable? I might have him do some jobs. Don yelled at Lance. You guys are supposed to be boys. Kevin Sullivan yelled at Lance. All right. I'm not addressing the locker room. Okay, so this card has changed a little bit if you missed it last stream, because we moved, this show was originally going to be Halloween Havoc, but because we moved Fall Brawl to September, it meant we had to like switch which brand was on which show, so it's that makes sense, right? So like, you know, because the August show was Nitro, so it meant this show had to be Saturday brand, and now it means Nitro gets Halloween Havoc. So we switched this card up a little bit to like make a shitty War Games match kind of happen. So we condensed some stuff a little bit. We're now going to be doing the Four Horsemen and Dan Severn taking on Arn Anderson, Eddie Guerrero, Ken Shamrock, Takada, and Ricky Steamboat in a 5v5 War Games. And then the rest of the card is the same. We really just kind of squished 3 matches together here. which does leave some spots open down here. We down here don't really know what we're doing yet. Richard Slinger was going to wrestle Steamboat, I think. So, but Steamboat's going into this. Richard Slinger's available. Don't really know if we have anyone for him to wrestle. We'll figure it out. So, a lot of the stuff we did last week... Oh, Dean Malenko debuted. Dean Malenko should... Oh, Dean Malenko's a heel, though. Dean Malenko and Richard Slinger would have been a sick fucking match. We'll figure it out. Sounds like you have a spot for Mabel. I don't know about that. Time to be Richard Morton. Steiner parties involve Vampires trying to recruit Cactus. Right, that's... Yeah. John Paul Levesque went to a no contest with Ken Shamrock. Okay. And then Kurt and Arn beat the Four Horsemen. Okay. Okay. We are gonna... So, now that we know this is the next thing on the docket, Kurt is going to be our #1 contender. Perhaps he has a #1 contenders match tonight. Oh, he could certainly wrestle Rick or Tenryu, and then we could have Arn interfere. That would work. That would work big time. Who is more worthy of a #1 contender? This is... What the fuck are we looking at here? This is not the whole roster. There we go. Rick's match history recently. Lost to Ric Flair. Okay. Or lost to Ric Flair. Lost to Arn Anderson. Won a tag match. And Tenryu... Well, Tenryu was the guy that was really feuding with Arn because we did the mysterious... some man in... which, by the way, WWE stole from me for War Games, where they had some mysterious man covered head to toe in black. It could be anybody. Curb Stomp CM Punk. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it, you know. Someone at TKO is a fan, you know, he'll hook me up with some tickets or something. Let's see. Kurt and Arn won last week against Tenryu and Rick Martel. Boy, that really means nothing now. Steamboat beat Tenryu at the Bash. Okay, none of these really... Steamboat and Hennig kind of makes the most sense. It is a face-face match, but also, like, that's fun, you know? Although, I will say... what's the fuck finish? Oh, Avalanche? No, I don't really want to keep that going. Who got, like, the big wins at, Great American Bash? Austin beat Eddie. Arn won. But Arn got his world title shot. Although, I guess he got fucked out of it. We could simply put Arn in the match. Steamboat. We need to heal. Why did I put all baby faces over? Why did I put all baby faces? Oh, Dan Severn. We can work Dan Severn into this. Okay, alright. Here's what we're gonna do, bro. We're gonna do a 4-way match, bro. A thing we don't really ever do in this era, but we're switching it up. Fatal 4-way match. #1 contender gets the shot at Fall Brawl. We're doing Kurt Hennig. We're doing Arn Anderson. We're doing Ricky Steamboat. And we're doing Dan Severn. This is going to be like a big overbooked match. Where we are going to have... Arn will be attacked by Tenryu. And then since we're going to get Steamboat involved in that War Games, let's have like Martel out there too. And Steamboat takes some, like, accidental damage when they're going for Arn. You know, like Martel and Tenru are out there, and then Steamboat's kind of incidentally there. And then, hey, you know what? Let's just completely overbook this thing. Dan Severn, you could also get distracted by Ken Shamrock. And then for the finish, we will have Kurt pin Dan Severn. 95-96 feels like the point where multi-man's become more accepted. Yeah, I think so. It was kind of more like ECW indies, although WCW was doing weird multi-man matches. They were doing like triangle matches where you had to tag and shit. But you know, eventually they would figure out just put 4 guys in the ring at the same time. Steamboat lost a match with Austin and can't challenge anymore according to storyline. Fuck. Okay. Okay, well that's actually fine because Steamboat was really only in this match because like I felt like he should be because he got a win. So that's fine. We'll just remove that. And we'll make it a triple threat. That's actually totally fine. Just change Ricky to Dan Severn. And that still works. Arn still gets attacked by Tenru. Dan still gets distracted by Shamrock. Kurt is the winner. Dan is the loser. Yeah, that all still works. That's fine. Oh, I haven't said his 1v1v1 boiler room brawl. I didn't notice. In every other mod I use, the top one is always just like 1v1v1 or like, yeah, I didn't. Okay. Hey, Ultimate X is in this mod. I'll keep that in mind for like the year 2000 or whatever. God, it would have been so funny if I booked an accidental boiler room brawl. I kind of wish it would have happened. Oh, let's change the name of this now that Ricky Steamboat's not in it. Alright, we're going to do a big, dumb, like, modern wrestling open to set this up. Where Steve Austin's basically going to come out and, you know, I'm back from Japan, what? I'm an unbeatable champion, what? Ain't no one going to take this belt off me, what? And then, you know, Kurt will come out and go, you know, Sherry Martel with them being like, no, say it. Tell him you want to be the champion. And then Arn comes out and is like, I was screwed. I deserve my rematch. You know that you only won because of the mysterious masked man. And then Nick Bockwinkel comes out on behalf of Dan Severn and says, my guy Dan should get a title shot for reasons. And there you go. There's the main event. I tapped out Inoki, what? They worship me in Japan now, what? I'm a god there, what? Right, what the fuck else are we doing? Oh, yeah, Rick. Can we turn Rick yet? Is it too soon? Oh, it's only been 3. I think 3 is technically enough, really. Oh, fuck. Is Nick with the other guys? I am doing a bad job of keeping track of my own bullshit. No, Nick's with the other guys. Who's managing Dan? Is anyone managing Dan? Surely someone is managing Dan. Surely. Harley Race. Harley Race. Harley Race. Thank you, chat. Now that you say that, I was like, yes, that is right. Nick Bockwinkel, just remove Harley Race. There we go. All right, what are we doing with the rest of these guys? Rick. Let me look at what's going on with the Steiners. Scott visits Rick in the hospital, but they don't know what's wrong with him. Rick is back, but something isn't right. Coven jumps Scott. Does Rick Steiner have a soul? What the fuck was that? The spirit of Nick came over me last week and had me look, does Rick Steiner have a soul? Oh, fuck me, man. Alright, we're gonna do a 2v2 squash match. We're gonna do Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner taking on the Gambler. And who's the Gambler's friend? Well, we all know that is Thomas Rich. Actually, you know what? You know who one person that didn't fail a drug test was Richard Morton. Get him out there. Alright, so this is going to be 6 minutes. It's actually going to be storytelling. With the story of, like, Rick's acted weird, man. Like, every time he goes to tag in Rick, like, takes a couple seconds to respond. And then he goes in the ring and he does, like, Scott's yelling from the apron, like hit him, lay into him. But Rick doesn't look like he knows what to do. Which means Scott is winning this match. But of course they're still going to win because they're wrestling the Gambler and Richard Morton. And then afterwards, let's do Scott yelling at Rick, being like, "What's wrong with you, man? What did they do to you?" And then let's have Vampiro come out and watch this from the top of the apron and laugh, because we're not yet doing the turn. We're telling stories. All right. Love to tell a story. Oh, Avalanche. Are you? Oh, you're gonna be wrestling Tatanka. Okay, well let's set up fucking Tatanka and Avalanche. It's a shame that this match is possibly the last Steiner Brothers. The last Steiner Brothers match for now. I'm sure, you know, they'll wrestle again. At some point, Scott will need a pin eater, you know? We'll get Rick back involved. Let's have Tatanka simply win another squash match. Hey. You know, it doesn't... I probably should have just done Thomas Rich, but whatever. I should just do Thomas Rich and Richard Morton in that match and then do Tatanka versus the Gambler, but what? It doesn't fucking matter. How are we picturing Rick's spooky persona? He's gonna be like a silent monster type. I don't think you want Rick Steiner cutting spooky promos. Like fucking Frankenstein-esque maybe, but not like, you know, hands out slow walk. Just kind of mute monster guy. A short in-ring Tatanka promo, where Tatanka is like, let's have him being interviewed by, oh god, now that we got rid of Eric Bischoff, I don't know who my go-to stand there and talk to people guy is, mostly because I don't know who does commentary on what show. I have it all mixed up. I don't think Mike Tenay does it on this brand. Send him out there. Mike Tenay getting in the ring, Tatanka. You're the hottest act in WCW right now. What's your goals here in WCW? And then really before he can even say much, he will be attacked by Avalanche, who seems upset that Tatanka has been called the hottest star in WCW. Tatanka promo cut short by Avalanche. If you didn't know Avalanche was a guy, that just sounds like a fucking horrible... It sounds like a horrible disaster. Hear me out, a tag team between Tatanka and Hakushi. You're just trying to relive Nick's booking from that 1994 WWF save. Do I have Tatanka? Probably not, right? Why is Ken Shamrock not? Oh, he's probably in a different one. Oh, Tatanka Avalanche is... I did in fact start that. They just haven't done anything yet. Look at me! Alright, US title. What have we done here? Sid debuts and lays out Dr. Death, and then they had a big brawl. Sid hasn't had a debut match yet. Let's do that. Sid Vicious is going to squash... Man, we don't really have... Oh, I was going to say we don't really have goobers. Here are the goobers. Todd Champion, get out there, big dog. You're getting squashed by the man that rules the world. And then, of course, another brawl. Because I don't think we need to hear big, long promos from Dr. Death and Sid. Although we'll probably get there eventually. But for right now, I think these guys are just tearing into each other. How much time do I have left? Because there's so many people. Okay, we only have like a half an hour left, and there's... Ric Flair's not been on the show, Rick Steamboat's not been on the show. I mean, technically, Rick Steamboat could, like... The stuff with him and Slinger is going to get dropped so fast, there's not really any reason to. Let's just have... We're going to have a promo, and this... Let's do it like this. We're going to have Ric Flair cut a promo, but also Jean Paul Levesque cut a promo. They're going to cut a promo together, which is going to tank this by like 30 points. Yeah, Gary Albright is a goober, but Gary Albright isn't like first match goober. Like, you know, after you job like the goobery goobers, then you could beat Gary Albright. You know what I mean? He's like a step above Todd Champion. Also, like, look, Sid's got to get these guys up for the power bomb. Anyway, these guys are going to cut a promo. Rick is once again going to be like, Tenryu is innocent, baby. He was with me. He was with me all night. Arn Anderson, you're a paranoid loser. I don't know who that was. Could have been anybody. You got all kinds of enemies. Everyone hates you. You're a jerk. And then John Paul will cut a promo about how it doesn't matter if he didn't get the pin last week when he defended his title. He's still the champion. Have we even started the thing with Rick and Eddie yet? I don't know that we have. Let me see this. Oh, Rick said Eddie was beneath. Okay, well he should continue to say that. He should continue to say that Eddie Guerrero is beneath him. And I guess talk about Tenru too, because then that'll also advance that storyline. Yeah, just get out there and explain all the storylines, Rick. You got this. Steamboat, Vampiro. Did Vampiro not show up on the ramp? Did I? I did the thing, didn't I? I did the thing. I didn't add him. I caught it, chat. Look at me. What's going on with the tag titles? It's just, okay, so we still need Cactus. We still need Cactus to turn. We need Onita and Funk. Can we just simply book fucking Cactus Jack versus Onita? No. Why would we have done this? Okay, great. All right, you guys are gonna have a 10-minute wild brawl. So for this, the story we're telling here, Onita should really win, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I think instead what we'll do is we'll have Cactus win and we'll have the Coven help him. We will have, since Vampiro's already coming out, let's have Kevin Sullivan attack Onita. Well, he's gonna be replacing. That's fine. Kevin Sullivan can cut some stupid promo about like, I'm passing the torch to Cactus Jack, who will now be mankind. Like, we can do some dumb shit. It's the Coven. This is my Kevin Sullivan impression. They're not all winners. Eddie or Steamboat should be on the show. Either one. You know what? Let's just since it's getting dropped like a bad habit. Let's just do the fucking Steamboat and Richard Slinger match. Can we make time for it? Yeah, we can make time for it. $10 minutes. Open. Your winner of the match, Rick Steamboat. Bing, bang, boom. Oh, we just made it. How's our percentage? We're over, but in range. All right, great. You gotta open with this, and then I think Steamboat and Richard Slinger is a good opening contest. I guess we'll do this here. Let's do Sid Williams. Sid Williams brawl into the wild brawl would not go well. This Cactus and Onita match keeps climbing up the card, but it should be a good match, so that's fine. Steiner Brothers. Let's put, even though I think Cactus and Onita will be better than this Steiner Brothers match, let's leave that here as like a little buffer between that and the main event. I have no idea what this show is gonna get, because I don't think there's like a 100 promo on here. Especially because we tanked maybe the opening one, but we kind of tanked the Rick one by putting JPL out there with him. Although it's possible the main event is very good, because we will be advancing multiple storylines. And it'll be a good match. Kurt, Arn, Dan, that'll be good. I'll say a 90 on the nose. It's got an 85. Harley Race. Yeah, Harley Race. Yeah. Well, Dan had to be out there to get pinned. So, you had to do it. You had to do it. A 90 for Rick Steamboat and Rick Slinger? God damn. I am always surprised at how good Steamboat is. Probably because by 95 in real life, he's slowing down a little bit. He's not really like the Rick Steamboat of old anymore by 95, but in this world he is. I gotta remember that. This is still 1988 or whatever Ricky Steamboat. He's still cooking. And a 70 from Richard Slinger. He's a guy now. Good for him. It's kind of a shame that this is gonna get dropped, but we'll find something. We'll find something for Slinger to do. We'll get him on that pay-per-view. Oh, this got a 90. John Paul didn't drop it that much. John Paul is also a guy now. We advanced 3 fucking angles. They just went out there and were like, all right, guys, here's what's going on with this brand. Arn and Tenryu, they're feuded. I'm mad at Eddie. John Paul is mixed up with the Catch Club guys. A lot of moving parts going on over here. That's it. The classic squash match. I will take a 73 on Sid. That is fine. It's also good for where we have Sid slotted, which is like U.S. title upper mid card stuff. I don't see Sid getting world title matches, but maybe. I don't know. I mean, him and Steiner, I guess, could be fun once Steiner has the title. 84 for these guys brawling. Good. 70 for the squash match. I booked a lot of squash matches on this show. It's kind of a sandwich of like, we have a competitive opener, and then squashes, and then we have a competitive main event. Richard Slinger just as good as Sid. Okay, well, Sid had 3 more points. Okay, so let's give Sid his credit. Then we got a 74 for this. Poor Mike Tenay getting in the middle of this. Oh, Cactus and Onita, also not a squash. Riley, what's up, man? This was good. Cactus is very good. I still always think Onita's, like, I always think when I book guys in Wild Brawl or Hardcore, if they have high at those stats, they're going to get, like, a super high rating, but it doesn't really work that way. Like, they get higher ratings, but it doesn't, it doesn't go like, oh, this guy has 80 Brawl, so he gets an 80. Like, it doesn't work like that. That especially gets me in TNA, where I keep trying to book all these hardcore matches for my, like, ex-ECW guys, and they're just still not very good. Classic 70 squash match, which, considering I also had them tell a story, I think that's fine. No, we're not turning Rick. Not yet. Next week might be the week. Oh, no, we're fine. we're fine. Actually, we're fine. This got a 96, so this was excellent, actually. Hell yeah, brother. WCW doing trading cards around that era is so funny, because I feel like their roster in the early 90s is such a revolving, like, people had such some, like, short stints there. So you get weird stuff of, like, yes, here's a trading card for the Southern Boys, who were a tag team for, like, 6 months, or whatever. 95! Who was I to doubt this show? Who was I to doubt this show? I thought this I was worried about this triple threat, but it cooked, actually. So, that worked out. And we made $600,000. And we gained pop in many places. Up entire points in Puerto Rico, Tohoku, Chugoku, and Hokkaido. Is there not, like, once we get to, like, this high 90s level for, like, North America, or the US, is there not spillover into Canada? Is that not a thing? I want to see how over Slinger and John Paul are, really, because they both, we started pushing them kind of around the same times, although the JPL one was obviously much harder. He's got like his is kind of all over the place. It's as high as 61 in the southeast, and it is as low as the 30s in New England. That's interesting. But it's up a lot. It's up like 30 points since a year ago. So that's good. John Paul. John Paul has an 80 in the southeast. Jean-Paul Levesque has an 80 pop in the southeast. It's over, boys. We've created a monster. Oh God, don't. Well, I don't think Jesse Ventura has any daughters for him to marry, so maybe we'll be all right. Let's check. Oh wow. Oh wow. He's up like 50 points year over year. Although really over these last couple months, he's like really shot up. I can't wait for Nick to yell at me for pushing JPL in this save while simultaneously putting like Triple H in main events on his show. I love the pictures in this save that are like this, that are very clearly like a screen grab from a grainy YouTube video. Love those. Like, this is the only footage we had of Andy Blair. JPL will have to find a Turner broadcast member's daughter. Yeah, that's thinking. Oh man, El Gigante. How long did El Gigante last in our save? Like 3 episodes? I think I booked him at least once and was like, oh god. Hey, we broke 100 in British Columbia, folks. Rocky Johnson retired. Oh no. And Butch Reed joins the Hand? Okay. I don't even know if he lasted 3. Yeah, I don't know either. Alright, folks. Super Viernes. I have no idea what we're doing on this brand right now. The only future plans I have for this brand are, like, they're gonna have a Champions Carnival block, and that's about all I've got going on. I know we started some feuds. I'll have to look at that. No nights off. Get to Arena Mexico. Oh, hold on. We're looking at. We're only looking at big boy arenas. We gotta bring it down a little bit here. Let's just. I never look at these other ones in the same. No, I just got Arena Mexico. Hey, I still want character ideas. Could you guys stop, like, fucking around? Oh. This is the second likely for Sting character idea they've given me. You've got to be shitting me. Hey, there we go. Near certainty for Stan Hansen. I mean, we won't ever need that, but sure. Alright, okay, I just had to yell at them. A third likely for Sting! What is happening? Unreal. Fishman Jr. just wants to hang out. You know what? No one knows you, so no. El hijo de Solitario. Excuse me. What's your, I don't think there's a spot. Rayo de Jalisco Jr. and Jerry Estrada have butted heads. Okay. Don Callis and Black Warrior have been getting on particularly well. Yo, soy Black Warrior! Kato Kogli Jr. and Gordon Soley are getting on well backstage. That's okay, sure. If the booking team was trying to say Sting should always win, they would give me character ideas that were better than likely. Jim Ross did some spot-on impressions. Okay. Training. Lasertron has been passing on to his younger sibling, quote-unquote, Chavo. Sure. Alright. I don't think we're doing any of this. Alright. What did we do last week? Pero Danny Provo setting up main event. Skyder defeated Kato Kogli Jr. Candido Cook test failed. Okay. Brazo beat. Oh, Roddy Piper is just. Oh, we're done with him. American Love Machine and Sasuke beat Taka and Oro. Wagner Cook test. He passed his Cook test. Randy Savage and El Genio beat Psychosis and Super Crazy. Savage and Lasertron huge brawl. Pero. Oh, right. Pero beat Negro Casas. What was the... Oh, Pero's going to be feuding Dandy, but Dandy was like, you can't just wrestle El fucking Dandy. You got to win a match, so he beat Negro Casas. Okay, that was the point of that. All right. So we're doing Wagner and Kinect. Pero, Dandy. We're doing Savage, Lasertron, Mask versus Hair at some point. I wish I knew when the next clash was going to be, because that's probably like the main event of that clash. Crab, what's up? Skyden Casas is 81 heat. Interesting. The favorite food is the chewable kind. So he hates smoothies. Can't chew it. Fuck this. Tag titles are still just kind of puttering along here. And then we're doing Chris Candido and Hayabusa, which should probably just put those guys in matches, because I don't think either of them can talk. Actually, have we checked Hayabusa? Although, I don't know if he speaks English or Spanish. That would be a problem. Fluent English, and that so he could cut a promo here. Well, we've probably given him a cook test at some point, but let's give him another one. Hayabusa cook test. He ain't afraid of Chris Candido. No, I will not be giving El Gigante another chance just because we found out his shoe size. That's not going to change his stats in the game. All right. So we have... I mean, I think we should just do these two. I think we should just fucking smush these two together. I think that's a great idea. I think we should do... Pero and Dr. Wagner, who I think hate each other. But whatever. We'll put them against El Dandy and El Connect. 16 should be fine unless the game yells at me that there's unrecognizable guys in here. Let me look at the storylines. Who needs heat? Connect needs a win of all people. I didn't see that coming. Connect or Pero. One of them needs a win. I think Pero winning this match makes the most sense and is the least controversial. No one will care. No one will complain that Pero is winning. Is that too much? That is too much Dr. Wagner Jr. I was worried about that. So let's drop this to like 12. Is that okay? Alright, that is an adequate amount of Dr. Wagner Jr. Okay, Randy Savage. They had a big brawl. Savage doesn't respect Lasertron. Lasertron is pissed that he tried to unmask him at Clash. Alright. Alright, you know what? Lasertron promo was fine. So we don't have to, it doesn't have to happen, you know, soon. Let's call this a tease, in fact. But Lasertron is basically going to cut a promo about, like, Savage, you said you don't respect me. You tried to take my mask. You tried to disrespect me and my family and all my heritage. It won't be enough to just beat you. Next time we wrestle, I want your hair. Which I assume gets a big pop. Let him cook. Let him cook. Alright, we need our Tech Master class. Which means it's time for Skyda or Negro Casas. Well, so Skyda interfered, or I think distracted Negro Casas last week. Also, hey Skyda, what's your, Oh, you have very warm momentum, okay. So, you're not recognizable, but you should be soon, especially with the warm momentum. Who's the other guy we're putting in? It's Hamada. Oh, Hamada. Hamada, you probably need help. Oh, your pop is so close to being... Okay. Let's give him a creative idea. We got a near certainty today. Oh, we have a lot, actually. Okay. Near certainty. Boom. Only warm. Okay. 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 Creative idea. Let's use a safe bet this time. Let's take one of these ones that's expiring sooner. Success. Okay. Okay. Very warm momentum. Great, great, great. All right. Skyda and his good friend, Gran Hamada, taking on Negro Casas and a technical Rudo. El Dandy, that's not helping. Oro? Oh, I'm looking at Ariel. My bad. Viano 4. We could add 2 Vianos and make this a technical 6-man match. Yeah, fuck it, that's stupid. Why not? Let's do Negro Casas. I think it was 3 and 4 were the ones that had decent tech. Yes, 3 and 4. Viano 3, Viano 4, taking on Skyda, Gran Hamada, and we need another baby face now. Who else has tech? Love Machine, but that doesn't super make sense. Atlantis, but he's not really. Looks like Grotto, not bad. Sasuke. Sasuke has really good tech in this save. Norman. Gotta be Norman. Gotta be Norman. Get him out there. Stupid fucking match. Tech Masterclass. Let's give Gran Hamada a win over Viano 4. And then we still need high spots or steal the show. Which we have many people that could do that. I gotta find a heel trio to go after these trios titles. Love Machine and Scorpio and Sasuke are all just kind of chilling. Hey, you know what? Why don't they just randomly defend the titles? That sounds great. Love Machine, Scorp, the Great Sasuke. No, it is okay. It is Great Sasuke. My bad. Heels. Heels with Ariel. Oh, see, this could be the problem. Oro for sure. If only Plata wasn't hurt. Oro, Taka, and maybe get a local, just a random local, throw him in there. Well, that doesn't really make sense that they'd be getting a title shot, but hey, none of the, not everything needs to make sense. Let's see who we got local. I know it's going to be a million people. Give me like 70 Ariel. We do need more flippy heels. That is a problem. Okay, that was okay. We could do better, I guess. Oh, it didn't go through for some reason. 75 Ariel. I probably hit reset. That's still a lot. 80 Ariel. Okay, that is so many people. It's because of like fog of war. Okay, who's like actually good at aerial? Like who's not just like maybe they're good, who's like actually good? Most of these guys are maybe good. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, the Juice is there? The Juice, the 20-year-old Juice. Who's usually a heel? Does it tell me that? Hoovy's probably usually a heel, right? Oh, Ray likes Hoovy? His face. I thought there was a thing like right here that said like usually a heel. Did I imagine that? Oh, yeah, there it is. Usually a heel. Oh, I guess it's only for some of them. Aguila Solitaria. That's a big maybe. Coco Negro Jr. It says nothing if they have no difference. Okay. El Hijo del Diablo. I mean, when you've got a name like El Hijo del Diablo, like that's a heel, brother, you know? Let's bring him in. Fishman Jr., are you any good? Oh, Fishman Jr. might be good. I don't know if I'm going to bring him in for this, but I'm going to... Although he could heal, you know what? Fuck it. Just seeing if there's anyone else that's usually a heel. Lizmark Jr. Chat, don't we have Lizmark Jr.? Am I tripping? The Killer Jr. The Killer Jr. I thought so too. Tony Rivera. Tony Rivera might be good. Alright, I don't even know if these guys are all working this trios match anymore. I'm just like bringing in random flippy heels and seeing like which ones of them are good, you know? Maybe we'll sign one of them. Alright, anyway, back to this. Too Cold, Love Machine, and Great Sasuke taking on... You know, I didn't look at their pop at all. El Hijo del Diablo, a little bit. Fishman, a little bit. Who is the third one? The third one, Tony. They're all about the same. Alright. Hijo del Diablo, Oro, and Taka. For the CMLL Trios titles. Sure. Steal the Show. Too Cold. Sure. And then, before I forget, I'm going to book those guys in a dark match. So, the other two I booked was Fishman and Tony, right? There wasn't a third guy I'm forgetting. No, it was Fishman and Tony. And Fishman and Tony can lose on a dark match to... We do... Okay, so we do have Lismark Jr. We have him. He's right here. I'm going to book him. I'm going to book Lismark Jr. to prove that he's real. Lismark Jr. and Rayo de Jalisco Jr. He can win even. Okay. 7. Alright, we've done nothing with Atlantis, with the tag titles really at all. Atlantis defeated El Connect, Blue Panther, and Black Warrior. So that didn't help us at all, because Blue Panther and Black Warrior... Okay. I think Blue Panther and Black Warrior kind of just need to get a win. Although I don't even know if I'm like committed to keeping this going, but what else would we do? Blue Panther, Black Warrior, give them a face team to beat. That's not Demon and Atlantis. You know what? Felino and Sagrado are... You know what? Felino... Every time I book Felino, I'm like, Felino's good. I should stop just jobbing him. I should let Felino win matches sometimes. I was thinking of moving the cruises to Super Viernes. I mean, they're here, basically. It was more like Ultimo could wrestle here. Yeah, I shouldn't have Felino. I shouldn't have Felino jobbing. So we'll do Sagrado. No, let's do Super Mineko and Super Pinocho. Okay. It would have been wild if I had done this exact match, but it wasn't impossible. So I had to check. Wow, there's still 20 minutes left, huh? Okay, alright, okay. Alright. Have we had Randy just, like, kill Chavo yet? We probably did that a while ago, right? Battle Cat and Felina. Yeah, that's probably a good call. They've never had a singles match? Oh, we're fixing that. Randy's gonna fucking kill Chavo. Okay, I'm gonna put that promo that he cuts right after this, and the idea is gonna be he saved Chavo and then cuts the promo. Lasertron saves Chavo from down. Lasertron making the save. Randy. Attacker. Chavo victim. And still 10 minutes. And somehow, some way, there's still 10 minutes. Oh, 80% is what... Okay. So even if I book a 10-minute match, we'll be over, but it won't be that over. I'm going to have Chris Candido win a match. Who I assume... Yeah, Chris is recognizable. Good, good, good. El Sagrado... And Chris Candido. 8 minutes... You're winning the match, Chris Candido. Okay, we had to really fight to make it to 85 minutes this week. I don't know why. Oh, 2 spooky versions of Rick Steiner. Okay. Good. I like the first one where they're really glowing the brightest. Although that almost looks more like he's a robot. But I do like it. I guess we haven't explained what's wrong with him. Maybe he is a robot. Maybe they took his brain out and replaced it with a computer. Maybe they're not actually spooky. They're just, you know, they're just tech guys. The spookiest thing of all. Alright, obviously we have to open with the fucking 3v3 tech masterclass, obviously. And then let's do the Savage and Chavo match. And then the save. And then the Lasertron promo, all back to back to back. Chris or let's do Chris. Oh. Alright, so Chris and then Hayabusa right after. Panther, Black Warrior, Super 3v. What was this? 3v3? Oh, the trios. Yeah, trio style match appears. Actually, yeah, no, it's probably fine. I would like to put a promo between that and the main event. So, Pero and Wagner or Dandy and Connect. Pero and Wagner are going to cut a backstage hype promo. Oh, wait, but Wagner, Wagner's already used. Okay, Pero is going to cut a backstage hype promo. On their opponents tonight, which are El Dandy and El Connect. In our hearts, we know that Wagner was there. All right, no clue. 83. Rayo de Jalisco Jr. broke his forearm. That sucks. Tony Rivera and Fishman Jr. were both fine. They were both completely fine. Yes, thank you, Mike Graham. 80 on this opener? We take that. This is a classic math not mathing match, so we'll allow it. Negro Cassis. Norman got a 78. Okay. Honestly, love this team of Skyda, Grant Hamada, and Norman Smiley. Fun team. This is also a real, like, could have been a King of Trios team. Like, Mike Quackenbush would have loved to book this as a team in, like, 2008 or whatever. Yeah, Norman, I mean, even from 1992, Norman had crazy stats. That's why we signed him. I've never really had a place to push him, although, you know, CMLL is probably the place we should do it. A 70, the squash match rating for Randy and Chavo. That is fine. And then Lasertron came out, made the save. Crowd like that. And 76 on the promo, which is worse than last time he talked, but maybe they just got sick of him from being out there for so long. 69 for Chris Candido and El Sagrado. That is fine. That is a mid-card match. Hayabusa promo 74. Okay. Didn't know Hayabusa and Chris Candido was going to be a feud where people cut promos on each other, but it's kind of working. 81 for Panther and Warrior versus Muneco and Pinocho. Great. Honestly, hard carried by Blue Panther, but that's, you know, he's Blue Panther. That's fine. Hayabusa does not know Spanish. In Mexico, you can cut a promo in English or Spanish, and it's fine. The crowd knows both, allegedly. According to this game, if you cut a promo in English in Mexico, it'll be fine. Which is kind of true. Like, American wrestlers do cut promos, but I don't know how much the crowd understands. If it's just mostly for heat. I don't know, but they do it. Chamo could probably answer that. And an 81 for this? Okay. If the main event gets less than an 81, I'm going to be mad. What did this guy got a 49? So all three of those, like, flippy, like, jobber guys we tried were all exactly the same. I think they got a 47, 48, 49 just down the line. $95 promo. Thank you, Pero. Gracias. You know what? I should have done Dr. Wagner off screen because that would have been. Oh, I fucked that up. I just didn't put him there because I was like, if I put him there, he'll get penalized. But he could have been off screen. Whatever. Too late now. I told these guys, if you get less than an 81, I'll fucking kill you. So they got an 82. You know what? They did. They did what I told them to. I can't be mad at it. Did I get a low heat penalty on this? I bet I did. Yes, I got a low heat penalty for the heavyweight title. Well, hopefully we've solved that. I can't wait for Wagner to win this title from Canek. I've never been happy with Canek as the heavyweight champion. 84. That's like almost exactly what I said. I think I said an 83, maybe. Something like that. Oh, how bad is Rayo de Jalisco hurt? Ooh, can be worked through 61 days. Although I'm not going to make him work through a broken forearm, so he's out for 61 days. That's rough. Especially because it happened on like a dumb dark match that didn't matter. Okay, we had 800 grand. How did CMLL go out of business? We just took their show and run it every week and make 800 grand. Like, what were they doing wrong? We literally were just like, all right, give us your roster and your belts and your building, and we'll run the show every week. I guess no, we got their TV deal too, because I was gonna say maybe they weren't making the money on TV, but we have literally their TV deal. How are you guys losing? No. Oh, it's because he retired. Okay. I was going to say, like, we don't want to extend him, but we should keep him as something. Following his retirement, you have automatically started eliminating can you take into account change of circumstances? You may alternatively mutually agree to release him at no cost with no usual potential negative impacts. His contract is an exclusive written deal, and he is currently making $400. He's valued at around $309,000 per month. I'm not paying him that to be a road agent, so I think we're gonna let him retire. How do you work through a broken arm? Yeah, you put a cast on it. You go Bob Orton mode. Also, like, we gave him a big send-off, so I think, you know, it would be weird if he stayed around. Although, he would probably just strictly be an off-screen road agent, but we have tons of road agents, and this, I mean, that's an obscene amount of money for a road agent. No. I mean, he kind of is an authority figure on Nitro, but it's time. Farewell, Inoki. Godspeed. We timed that really well. Although I think for once I actually looked ahead and like did the math. I was like, we need to do a show here. That might be why in fact, I think that's why there was such a gigantic gap, was because I moved this show up, because I was like, we got to do it before he retires. I think that was supposed to be like the September pay-per-view, and we moved it to August, now that I'm thinking about it. Let him start his own company. Let's get the IGF like 10 years early. Why not? Wild that in reality he retired against Don Fry. I mean, Don Fry was kind of a big star. Sort of. House show, 82 fans in Quebec. And we got 3.5 million viewers for Saturday night. Great. Steve Kern gaining power. Oh, you know what this reminds me? Office. Dev. Tammy, how are you? I mean, I'm sure your pop is like nothing, especially in Mexico. Can you talk? I don't know if those stats are any better than Chris's. Although I will say the window is smaller. Like, it's not a big gap. So we know it's probably something in like the 60s, but it's not great, especially with someone with no pop. I don't know. I don't know if she's actually helping Chris that much. Also, let's maybe look for some heel flippy guys. Show me wrestlers that can work. Honestly, anywhere. That doesn't matter. To hire with like 80 aerial. Search. Oh, Fog of War, you're killing me. All right. To lower this a little bit, how about you got to have like 30 pop in America? Oh, only Mark Marrow. That sucks. Mark Marrow has that, and Mark Marrow does not have 80 aerial. What's Mark been doing since we let him go? Nothing? Nothing. I don't remember why we let him go. I assume he just wasn't very good. Yeah, he was getting 43s. That's why. Okay. All right. Remember when I said 30 in USA? I lied. What about like a 30 in Mexico? Okay, okay. Alda Moreno. Alda Moreno is good. I don't really know who she is. But those are some stats. She's popular in Mexico, although we don't really book women in Mexico anymore, but I don't know. What's she getting in matches? 59s? Interesting, interesting. Angel Monsajero. Monsajero? I don't know. Oh, that's okay. Apollo Dantes. Oh, he's good. 80-88. That guy's good. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, we gotta bring him in. I don't know if you're usually a healer face, but we're gonna find out. Canala Dos. That's a pretty big gap. It said usually heal. Hell yeah. That's like exactly what we need. El Hijo del Diablo. We just looked at you. Get out of here. El Matematico Jr. He's pretty good too. What are you getting in matches in UWA? 53. You're not as good as the Apollo guy. Fantastique. Matematico's a maybe. De Juice. You compare Matematico Jr. with the Genius. Silver King got it. Okay, we'll look at Silver King. Octagoncito. Octagoncito is not 5'3". Octagoncito, I think, might be 4'3". Pantera del Ring. Tigre Universitario. Too hard to say. Too hard to say for a white boy. Ultimatum. Violencia. I mean, these guys sound like heels, you know? Yeah, usually a heel. You're unemployed. Unemployed, but 72.85 and 70.80. That's pretty decent. You got any matches recently? Okay, working the indies as you do. 74? Why is this guy unemployed? Violencia, let's go. He's popular too? Is this just a guy I didn't pick up when we bought CMLL? But why isn't anyone else booking him? That doesn't make sense. He's popular and a heel and good. I don't know. That's strange. If we brought in... Here's the thing. Hoovy's 20. He's not really what I'm looking for right now. If we signed Hoovy, I would probably send him to Smoky Mountain, which is funny. So I'm gonna do it. Here you go, Jim. This one's all you. And it makes Rey Mysterio happy. So, you know, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. When you can make Rey Mysterio happy and Jim Cornette mad, you gotta do it. Yeah, Silver King. We have to just look that one up manually. Oh. He has an exclusive written with UWA. I vaguely recall this now. I think I think we went after Silver King, and then UWA was like, we'll give you 50,000 a month, and then we went, you can have them. That feels vaguely familiar to me. But yes, he's good and popular. I mean, we could shortlist him, but 1998, brother. That feels like the far-flung future. That feels like a year we will never get to. Just buy. No, stop telling me to buy promote. What are we even gonna do when we buy all the promotions you guys want me to buy? There won't be any places left for us to poach guys from. If I just buy UWA and buy All Japan Women and everything, where are we gonna take people from? AAA has made a rival bid. Here's the thing. I want this guy. I think he's like exactly what our roster needs. So I'm gonna fight for him. What are they offering him? 47.5. Yeah, that ain't shit. I will give you a $10,000 signing bonus. And let me see, what else are they? 35% merch cut. I can match that. Oh, they're giving him a big signing bonus. All right, I can give you a $25,000 signing bonus. Okay. Why is Chono just now leaving? Am I missing? All right, whatever. Okay, so Nitro is going to be back in America after being gone in Japan for the past like 2 or 3 weeks. The next pay-per-view for this brand is Halloween Havoc, so we've got time. Oh, Chono was injured. Okay. We have checked the Canadian company thing before. There are not any. This is not the C-verse. There is not a like big national Canadian company to buy. There's just like shitty little indies. July 12th was the last time we were in the Mid-South, and we went to Texas. So let's go to New Mexico. I feel like we haven't gone to the pit in a while. Can you give me character ideas? Yeah. Let's go. Angle idea? I feel like I never bother with angle. Oh, a near certainty for Ricky Steamboat. Okay. Finish. Safe bet for Steve Regal. Okay. And oh, that was a great meeting. Great job, everybody. This booking team is really doing well. Also, it really helps to pick a character that had some booking skill ahead of time, I guess, which is not what I did in the TNA save. Although there's no way Jesse had an 80 out of the gate. We've built that up over time. Mark Youngblood. You know what, Mark Youngblood, I've booked you several times. You can hang out. That's fine. Tenru and La Fugitiva are now travel buddies. Okay, I see you, Tenru. I see you. You old dog. Ultimo Dragon's got an angle idea. Great. With this roster, angle ideas are kind of useless. Yes and no. I would say on like Saturday and for most people on Nitro, they're useless, but we could definitely use them on Super Viernes and with some people on Nitro. Like, Ultimo Dragon absolutely could use an angle idea, you know? But yes, like, we're never going to give, like, Ric Flair an angle idea or whatever. Ron Simmons yelled at Lance Storm. Training. Randy Anderson has been getting ribbed a little because of how much he started being influenced by Ricky Steamboat. Oh, he's on the juice! Randy Anderson is going to swell up to 295 pounds. Ryan Pillman was just cheerful to be around. No, I want Lance Storm to get yelled at. Kyohei Wada and Marty Jannetty really helped create a fun and relaxed atmosphere. They did a duet on karaoke. Okay. I think when I announce the Champion Carnival, I might put Kyohei Wada on screen as like, hello, I am a guy from All Japan. Here's what the Champion Carnival is. Or like maybe him and Shivani or something from like the WCW event center here to tell you what the Champion Carnival is and why you're going to be watching it for 3 months straight. That's the thing that I don't do that they used to do so much back then. I think I did it a little bit when the mod started and then I just forgot. It would be, you would just, like, it's Tony Schiavone here at the WCW Event Center telling you about the matches coming up at Slamboree. And they would just waste like 5 minutes of TV time with that. Alright, last week we were in Japan. Oh, Vader got to do his Why Vader promo because he speaks Japanese in this game for some reason. We let the women cook because we were in Japan. And since Pillman should be the next. Okay, so Pillman's going after the title. But that's not for a long time. Dustin Rhodes defeated Kikuchi. Gordy says Dustin is yellow belly. He's a yellow belly daddy's boy. That's hell yeah. Get his ass. Aja beat Kudo. William Norman beat one. Okay. Hanson and Masawa say they're going to be the best tag champs ever. And then Kenta, Jumbo, and Steve Regal beat Marty, Rick Rude, and Owen Hart. Okay. So we're building to stuff here. Oh, right. We're doing the Haunted... Oh, sorry. We got a lot of suggestions in the YouTube comments for the stupid four-way match on Nitro. But I think I like one I came up with. I think we're just going to call it the Frightful Four. I don't know how... Well, we have many, many weeks to build to that, so we could do, like, a tournament or qualifiers or something. That would be fine. Regal has had such a wild career in this game. He sure has. Kobashi and Jumbo. We're doing a Triple Crown with Sting versus Vader. I mean, that one's obvious. Owen versus Regal in a gimmick match. God, some of this stuff we have to... I don't know if I can stretch all this stuff out for 2 months. Stan and Masawa. Like, Stan and Masawa wrestling Holy Demon Army again. Yeah, sure. But, like, that's... Can we make it to fucking... It's August 21st. Can I kill, like, 9 weeks of TV? I don't know, man. Ultimo versus Sabu. Bam Bam versus Pillman. Oh, so we're not doing... Okay, we're doing Bam Bam versus Pillman. Okay. And then Gordy and Dustin. So we've been giving the clashes to Super Viernes. Honestly, I think... I don't know. We'll think about it. Because it's gonna be a long time. Like, because I kind of want to put Vader and Sting in attack, but, like, it's too early for that. We have so much time to kill. So I think Big Van Vader, who is now a heel, should do what he's good at and just fucking squash somebody. Booker T, that's why you're here. I think he should just, like, destroy Booker T. Because that'll be good. And then Sting could cut a promo, because Sting wasn't able to cut a promo last week in Japan. So, Sting could cut a promo on Vader, basically being like, Vader, I thought you were my friend. I thought you had turned the corner. Yeah, you were on a losing streak, but, you know, that's just something you got to work through. That's something you got to put your nose down to the grind and get through that and come out the other side as a champion. And maybe you're not as tough of a guy as I thought. Maybe you didn't have the guts to stay on the straight and narrow. Maybe you're not the toughest guy in WCW. Maybe you could only win if you cut corners. All right. So that's that. This is how we book when we've got like 9 weeks. Like, okay, we can. In fact, if we really wanted to stretch it, it would be like Sting promo next week. But there's only so much stretching we can do. Here's something we could do while we have like a bajillion TVs for Nitro. Let's get some people over. Who's not recognizable? That should... Oh, wait. Aja Kong, not recognizable. Let's fix that. Toway, not recognizable. Let's fix that. Rey Mysterio. Okay, these are our 3 projects. Like, Aja we need to, because she's going to continue in this. Like, Aja needs it. So we're going to give her... We have 2... Oh, we have a lot of near certainties left. Near certainty. Deploy. Success. Oh, she has hot momentum. Okay, great. Perfect. So hopefully this will help get her some pop. I honestly can't believe Toway is still not recognizable. I guess it's because he's always the pin eater in the group. Because Kawada has, like, gotten... Yeah, Kawada's just over now. I don't know how Toway is not... Because he's been in most of the same matches. But let's try to fix it with creative ideas. We still have 2 near certainties. Success. Warm. We could get him. Let's use a safe bet to get him to very warm, hopefully. Failure. Fuck. No. No, Toway, no. Another safe bet. Success, okay. Maybe let's be happy with warm. Let's not push our luck, maybe. And then Rey Mysterio has warm momentum. I would like, we're so close. We're so close to Rey being recognizable. Toway isn't recognizable, but he had a 100 match. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. How is he? Maybe he has, like, negative star quality or whatever. We have this near certainty that we're going to use for Rey. Success. All right, very warm. Good. That means we can book Rey in matches. In fact, I want to check that. No, 76. That's pretty decent. Okay, his charisma is kind of mid, but it's not bad. I don't know. Hey, Rey Mysterio has very warm momentum, so he could just, like, have a match and win now, so that's cool. Storm, if I put you in a cook match, you're more of a tech guy. Does Rey have tech? No. Okay. All right, Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho. We are getting into like the cruiserweights era, which is like, hey, here you go. Here's 2 cruiserweights. Rey's winning. They are cooking. Knock yourselves out. All right. Toway is our other project. I mean, Holy Demon Army wants those belts back. So they should probably just keep winning tag matches. It's a bad day to be Johnny Smith and Sean Waltman. Yes, this is the 1992 mod, but we're 3 years into it, so everything's really weird. We're WCW, and we have purchased All Japan, and we've purchased CMLL, So we have 3 brands: Nitro, which is kind of like the All Japan brand; Saturday Night, which is like WCW brand; and then Super Viernes is the Lucha brand. It's the 2020. Yeah, it's the 20. We started this in 2020, and then we converted it when 9 came out. We'll give Taue the win. And I don't know that those guys... you know what? Let's have Stan and Masawa cut a promo again, because that went very well last week in Japan. I don't know if it'll go as well in America, but only one way to find out. Basically, they're going to cut a promo that's like, you know, Holy Demon Army, you guys keeping your nose down to the grindstone. You're trying to get back these tag team titles. We had a hell of a match at the Tokyo Dome. And, you know, if you earn your way back up, we'll give you another shot. Very much a baby face, like, hey, listen, if you put the work in, we'll give you the match kind of thing. Yeah, I said Taue is the winner in that tag match. Pretty sure. Yes, that was literally the only note I gave them, was make sure Taue wins. All right, we should book a main event. Bam Bam turning. Okay, we could do something with that in the main event. You know what? Do I have the storyline set up on this brand? I might need to do that. Oh, I do. Bam Bam is good now. Is set up. Gordy does. Yeah, no, I did do that. Okay, great. So at When Worlds Collide, what did Pillman beat Vader, right? And then Vader turned heel. Almost seems like Vader would maybe be teaming with them, but that's not something we're doing tonight. That's a future thing. Maybe Pillman could do a singles match. I don't know. Let's do this. Let's do a 2v2. Because again, we have many weeks. We have many weeks until this brand has a pay-per-view. I thought I did change it to WCW. I feel like you guys have been telling me that for months, and I did change it, and you guys are still telling me it. There you go. Big gold belt. Let's do Brian Pillman and Bam Bam. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, you know what? Jumbo and Kobashi, that's going to be... We're doing... Oh, no, they're both in the 4-way. That's what it is. Well, you know what? They could be in this match. I don't really know why they would be, but... they could be in this match. Kobashi. Yeah, whatever. This is kind of more about Pillman and Bam Bam here. I don't think this is the main event, though. I think this is a 12-minute storytelling match. And I think Bam Bam is losing, actually. I think Jumbo wins. I think... Pillman should lose, and we should do partner miscommunication finish. Yeah, that's fine. And then we could do a 3-minute tease, foreshadow, where Brian and Bam Bam exchange words after the match. You know, nothing crazy. We got a long time. Just a little like, hey man, what was that? Oh, my bad. we still don't have a main event. Rick Rude is a major star. And he's going to be in that 4-way, so he doesn't really have a lot going on. Steve Austin is here. He is our champion that travels to all 3 brands. Although he's really focused on Saturday right now, but he could show up if we needed him. Dustin. Okay, Terry Gordy called Dustin a yellow-bellied daddy's boy or whatever last week, so he should be mad about that. So let's give Terry a match and then have Dustin fight him afterwards. We're running out of, like, babyface job guys. Oh, you know what? We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Tag match. Let's do Cynthia Moreno and her good friend Dustin Rhodes against Aja Kong and Terry Gordy. Now that's a tag team. Let me tell you, folks. That's a team right there. I would like Aja to... I don't know if Aja could win, because Cynthia Moreno is, like, over. She's a 70 in the Southwest, but the rest is actually only 40s. I think Aja could get it tainted. We can try it at least. But Cynthia might say no. Okay. And let's have Dustin and Terry brawl after the match. Because again, he called him a yellow-bellied daddy's boy. That's fighting words. Alright, we got 20 more minutes. Alright, Rick Rude and Steve Austin are still here and are still major stars. Owen's here. Sabu. Sabu's a heel. Can we do, like, Rick Rude, Steve Austin, and Sabu? Owen, everyone's a heel. Everyone left's a heel. How did I do that? Ultimo's here. Oh, we could give Ultimo a big match? That's kind of fun. So he's gonna be wrestling Sabu. Sabu could cost him. But why would Sabu interfere in one of these matches? Ultimo and Sabu is the match we're building to. I mean, I guess we could do it. Because the rematch of the pay-per-view is so far away. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do it. I don't know if that's going to be a good main event, but we're going to let them do it. Cruiserweight title. Ultimo versus Sabu. And Ultimo can win by, I guess, Rage DQ finish? Let's just do a DQ. Let's just, Sabu gets DQ'd. That's what Sabu does. Let's make it open. Sabu is unhappy. Yeah, just fucking continue anyway. I would like Sabu to put Ultimo through a table afterwards. Okay, we are at 95 minutes. And we have so many people left off this card. Because I was like, oh, let's get people over. The problem... Alright, Owen and Regal for sure have to... There has to be something with them on this show. Oh, we have so many titles because we have 3 brands. So the Triple Crown title is like the secondary title on Nitro. That's held by Sting. All Japan tag titles are like the Nitro tag titles. Those are held by Misawa and Stan Hansen. The CMLL belts are defended on Super Viernes. So we have El Connect as the heavyweight champ. El Dandy as the light heavyweight. Demon and Atlantis as tag. Too Cold Scorpio, American Love Machine, and Sasuke as the trios champs. And Hayabusa is the welterweight. Ultimo is the cruiserweight champion, which is defended on Nitro. And then on Saturday night, we got Steve Williams as the U.S. champion. Cynthia Moreno is the women's champion, which is also on Nitro. Steve Austin is the WCW champion, who wrestles on every brand. Vampiro and Kevin Sullivan are the WCW tag champions, which are on Saturday. And Jean-Paul Levesque is the TV champion, which is on Saturday. There's a lot of belts. It's too many belts, but there are 3 separate brands, so it kind of makes sense, but it's a lot of belts. Alright, I gotta squeeze Owen and Regal on this show somehow. What did they do last week? I think they just had a... Yeah, I think they just had a match, right? Yeah, because neither one of them could talk because we were in Japan. I guess Steve Regal should cut a promo. I would like to give him like 6 minutes, so what can we cut from? I don't really want to take time from this. Alright. We could take 2 minutes off this. We could take 3 minutes off this. And we could take... Nope, that's the same match. I want them to cook. Let's take... Yeah, we gotta take 2 minutes off this one. And then we have exactly enough time for a 6-minute Steve Regal promo? Question mark? Oh, he's very angry? What are you so mad about? Oh, I had him lose to Owen Hart and he's pissed about it. Okay. Okay, Steve. Alright. Chill, bro. Damn. How would... I bet this is nothing 50 grand couldn't fix. I bet this isn't something 100 grand couldn't fix. Holy shit. I bet this isn't something 200 grand couldn't fix. Damn, he's still only annoyed. Oh my god. Alright. I gave him like 300 grand. That seems like too much. So we'll leave him at annoyed. Basically, Steve Regal promo. Owen Hart, you showed your true colors. You know, you were the one that taught me how to be a fan favorite, and then you turned your back on them, and then you cheated at the Tokyo Dome. The biggest show of the year in the Tokyo Dome. The night Antonio Inoki was retiring, a legend like that, and you cheated. You're scum. Oh no. The owner is Jesse Ventura. For the bonuses, you have to give him just a big one. For example, 100,000 can work, but 250s won't. What kind of fucking sense does that make? Who? Sabu. Yeah, fucking Sabu. Sabu doesn't want to lose any match ever. It's very irritating. Like, there's no reason he should be complaining about losing to Ultimo. Ultimo is more popular than him. Actually, Sabu, you know what? I take it back. Sabu's more over. Alright, I have to put this in some kind of order. Oh, the Sting promo is going to be good, but opening with a Vader squash is not great. There is not like a hot open. You know what? Yes, there is. There's Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho having a steal the show match. That's a fun way to open the show. And then we'll do Vader squash. And then we'll do Sting promo afterwards. This is okay. Let's swap these. But also that's too high. Let's put this up here. And then Brian and Bam Bam exchange words. That goes up here. Okay, this is in order. I don't know if this is... I don't know. Ultimo and Sabu is a real question mark as a main event. And also, it's the first match... Oh, you know what? Are they even in a storyline? Oh, they are. Okay. Oh, it's very hot. I probably just moved Ultimo. And yeah, I did. I just replaced Jericho. Yeah, it'll be fine. I take back everything I said. This is going to get like a 92. Oh, I wouldn't expect any Fire Pro stuff anytime soon. I don't even have it installed on my PC right now. Last time I went to play it, like, all my mods were broken and shit, and I just didn't feel like fixing it. I haven't touched it in, like, years. Nothing against the game, or it's a great game, but I didn't feel like setting everything up again. 73. Okay. There are definitely segments that would have done better than this, but in my heart, this was the funnest thing to open the show. So I stand by this. Chris was off his game. That didn't help. Uh, 70 for this. Big Van Vader got a 100 in this squash match. A 100. He's good at squashing guys, so that makes sense. I assume this got the... No, it doesn't say we got the, like, excellently performed squash rating or whatever. I guess he's just really hot coming off his heel turn. The Sting promo got an 84. Now that's interesting. I had that locked at like a 100. That's interesting. Did we kill Sting? Chat, did we kill Sting? No. Well, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. He was in the 90s, and now he's in, like, the mid-80s. Which doesn't make sense to me, because he's the Triple Crown champion. It's not like he's been... I don't know, that's weird. Well, I mean, look at the segments he's in. 94, 98, 67, 95, 95. Why would his pop be dropping? That's interesting. It's because he didn't use the creative ideas for him. He was sad. An 80 for this match? Let's go. That's huge. Cynthia Morena got a 74? That's why I think she's so over, is because she gets such high ratings in her matches. She's not over. She's just very good. $83 for Dustin and Terry brawling. I feel like Dustin and Terry might be like a low-key awesome feud. 71 Regal promo. Good thing I maneuvered this whole card around to get this 71 promo on. Totally worth it. $70. I mean, this is squash. That's fine. Sean Waltman has a gimmick that's getting stale. What do you guys think Sean Waltman's gimmick is? genuinely no idea. 100 promo for... It's so funny that I've booked them to get I've booked them to cut 2 promos since they've won the tag titles, and they've both been 100s. I don't think they've ever gotten 100s individually. It's something about them specifically as a tag team where they get a 100. Maybe they've got a really good dynamic. And it's probably a really hot storyline with Holy Demon Army. But yeah, that's wild. An 80 for our storytelling. Jumbo and Kobashi are somehow just the other guys in the match, although they won, so I guess if you're going to be the other guys, at least you're going to win. 75 for these guys being like, hey man, watch it. Yeah, no, this rocked. Oh, there wasn't enough selling. We get that with Sabu in matches, which doesn't surprise. I'm a little surprised it says that about Ultimo. I thought Ultimo would have enough selling for the 2 of them. But no, this rocked. This was a great match. And then, bam, put him through the table. People love a table spot. The pit's going crazy. 90. Oh, we didn't get the bonus this week. I wasn't paying enough attention to that. I might have done storyline development a lot because we were developing a lot of stories. Sting with storyline development. Dustin Terry with storyline development. Steve Regal. I think I did character development, but I might have done story. Stan and Masawa was probably... Yeah, I probably did storyline development too much. That's on me. We could have gotten like a 93 or whatever. But I mean, a 90 is still very good. Made $774,000. We're up a little bit in Ontario and Noroccidente, the big markets. Dr. Cerebro. Is this the same Dr. Cerebro that's having dog collar matches with Mad Dog Connolly? This guy, that same guy? I don't think Pop in Canada matters for like individual wrestlers. I don't think that's going to help us any. Hey, Apollo, what's up? Welcome aboard. You're a heel. You're a heel on Super Viernes. Great. Also, like, I think most of our, well, I guess anyone we hired from WWF should have Pop in Canada, right? So, like, Sid. No, he doesn't. Interesting. Oh, because Sid's been in New Japan. What about, like, Tatanka? No, he doesn't. Interesting. I thought WWF had good TV in Canada, but maybe they don't. It'll help you. I really don't think it does. I think it's just your company size and all that stuff. Although I'm kind of curious now, just like, is anyone in the game popular in Canada? Like, who are the big stars in Canada? Show me, like, anyone that has 60 pop in Canada. Okay. So it is like WWF people mostly. Ken Shamrock. Sure. I don't know why Ken Shamrock has 60 pop in Canada, especially when this mod started in 1992, which is pre-UFC. If you wanted to tell me, like, after UFC 1, he's got 60 pop in Canada, I still don't really buy it, but maybe. It's not a lot of people on our... John Tenta? John Tenta's got some pop in Canada. I mean, he's Canadian, so that checks out. Inoki was? Well, maybe we should have kept Inoki around. Or... There doesn't seem to be a lot of rhyme or reason as to, like, which American wrestlers have pop in Canada and which ones don't. Like, why does Brian Pillman have pop in Canada? We don't have... we only have TV... We have, like, public access TV in Ontario and the Maritime. So how does he have 65 in all of Canada? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Connect. 60. Connect. Sure. Tenru. Sure. The Hulkster, brother. We do. We have 70. We should be going on these house show tours. Spillover, I think, for popular. Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, Pillman has 88 pop. Yeah, so I guess he's just popular enough that it's spilling over. Same thing with Connect has 85 pop in the US even. Damn, he must. Yeah, I was gonna say his in-ring must just be completely cooked at this point because he gets like 60 in-ring ratings. It's rough. Who? I think I've asked this before, probably many times, but like, who is this? Graduated killer, chronic wrestling school in American wrestler who works in the US. He is 60. That's probably not right. Class is regular style. He currently works for UWF. Outside of wrestling, he's a major movie star. Major seems to be doing a lot of lifting here. Jumbo's got pop in Canada. Okay, the Shamrock one is still a mystery. I think he just had that when this mod started, which is wild. Masawa is also... So 88 must just be... Well, he also has 91 in Japan. But it seems like 88 is when you start getting the spillover. Takada. Although maybe it's before that. Maybe it's 85. Maybe it's just when this turns blue. Because he has 85 in Japan. Also, Takada being one of the biggest stars in the world is still very funny. Randy Savage, sure. Ric Flair. Okay, but like, I still don't get it, because like Ricky Steamboat, like, he has enough for spillover, then he has 83, but Rick Rude also has enough for spillover, but he's only in the 60s. Like, I don't know. No idea. Scotty, that's why he's getting the belt, brother. At some point, like, do we as a company not get spillover? Like, we have like 95 pop in America. At some point, doesn't that spill over into Canada? Does it not work that way? It should work that way, at the very least with like the bordering ones of like, oh, we're really popular in like Michigan, so now we have some in like Ontario or something. Like, that would make sense. Sean Waltman doesn't connect with the fans. Okay. Johnny Smith doesn't connect with the fans. 3.3. Okay. In fact, while we're here, let's look at broadcasting. We haven't looked at broadcasting in a while. Bret Hart had like blue pop in America, but it was lower in Canada. It was like 70 something in Canada. Like high 70s. It was less in Canada than in America, which was interesting. Show me coverage in Canada. Will negotiate, yes. It's just these ones. It's just these like American ones that our owner is going to keep us from getting, except for this Roger one that we're already on. That sucks. Oh, this is a better one, because this is at least all of Canada. TLN, which also airs Superstars, but hey, listen, I don't care. Rogers. Okay, Rogers is already airing Nitro and Saturday Night. Although we could get out of that for like nothing. That would listen. How much is left on that Rogers deal? Or deals, I guess. April 96. So there's not a lot left. I would like to cancel deal for Nitro. 50,000. Yeah, that's nothing. that means nothing to us. Rogers TV. Negotiate cancel deal for Saturday night. Yes. Hello, TLN. We would like a new deal for WCW Nitro. Oh yeah, they'll give us whatever. Okay, great. Alright, we can get 55%. Well, let's do 1 year for now. We want these back. We can get them. By the way, so there's apparently a way to modify the access file to get rid of it. I don't mind having that limitation. It's at least somewhat realistic to what WCW was doing at the time. Also, like, it's the only limitation we have. We are, like, dominating everything else in the world. So it's nice, you know, there's some edges to this box, you know? Okay. We also want a new deal for WCW Saturday night. Why does that go right to, why does that go to late evening when they'll give us prime time? And then, hey, I mean, while we're here, I mean, why not give us a Super Viernes, you know? Okay, so that, I'm not going to say we fixed Canada, but this should at least get the ball rolling. Can we book WWF for a no. Not interested in helping them. Or at least not booking them, because I don't know what they're doing. I don't want to just, like, come in to a WrestleMania and, like, throw everything that they're doing out. What do we have for events? Are we good on events? Do we have events in Canada? Oh, we're still on Rogers for events. Well, that stinks. I mean, we'll have to put those on TLN, too. Cancel deal for events. Yeah, it'll have to be. That's the only one it could be. Hey, you guys want events? Great. All right. Who's on the house show book? I don't know, but what I will say is I'm actually glad you reminded me about that, because we should actually take that off now. Now that we have, like, normal-ish TV there, I don't think we need to be hitting the you know, Canada-only house show loop now. I think we could take that off. We're running Tuesdays, Thursdays. We probably shouldn't be running on Saturdays. Well, I guess Saturday's taped on Wednesday, so yeah, we can run Saturdays. Also, man, we are running this roster into the ground. They are working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, Super Viernes. Yeah, we have our roster working like every day of the week. That's rough. Edit house show loop. You know, I guess I could have kept them in and then just added America in or whatever, but if I do nothing, it'll just do it on its own, right? Oh yeah, the AI will do it. That's fine. AI can do it. Okay. Alright, now we get to actually look who's doing the house shows, which I don't ever really do. Who's on duty? Is there anyone here who I'm like, they should not be doing house shows? Bobby Heenan, you don't need to go to house shows. Carlos Oliver, you're an announcer. You don't need to go to house shows. Jim Ross, you don't need to go to house shows, man. That's fine. Kyohei Wada, you do not need to go to house shows. I don't know if we would be sending the Super Viernes guys on house shows, especially when we were doing the Canada loop. But now that we're doing them all over the place, we probably will be doing Mexico house shows. So when we do those, we'll just pretend we sent the Super Viernes guys, you know? Nick Bockwinkel, you don't need to do house shows. You can stay home, dog. Ric Flair probably doesn't need to do house shows, but he's not complaining about it, so I'm going to keep him on. Roddy Piper, you don't. Yeah, I mean, same thing. He's not complaining about it. Ted Turner. Yeah, Ted Turner does not need to go to the house shows. All right, now who's off duty? Is there anyone off duty? Like, why does Al Perez get to be off duty? Oh, he's not under an exclusive. That's why. Okay. Arn is off duty. Why is, like, I'm kind of curious why some of these people are off duty. Oh, he has it in his contract. I mean, good for him. Candido should be on house shows. Why is Candido off house shows? That's weird. Eddie Gilbert. Okay. I mean, if you got that into your contract, you know, good for you. Felino. Okay, let's get Felino out there. Giant Warrior. Okay, if Giant Warrior isn't even working house shows, I think it's time to fire Giant Warrior, if we're being honest. I don't think I've booked him since we bought All Japan. I mean, I know that's not true. We've booked him once or twice, like as a job guy or whatever, but yeah, it's curious what people aren't. Like, why is Mike Awesome not doing house shows? How did he work that deal? Like, I would assume these guys like Savage and Rude and Steamboat have the same thing. Steve Austin. Oh, we took Steve Austin off house shows because he was like exhausted. Yeah, that's fine. I was going to do one more thing before we left. We only did 3 shows this week, but we did a lot of other stuff. Oh, I was going to check broadcasting just to see if we can get in some of these other regions. We haven't checked that in a while. And there was a new one for Canada, so maybe there will be ones for Japan, Europe? Anything? No? Alright, worth a shot. British Isles? No, worth a shot. Oceania? Alright, and we'll you know what? We'll try India. Why not? I don't even know if there are any Indian broadcasters in this mod, but we'll look. No, okay. What I thought. Alright. That's going to do it, chat. We will be back on Thursday with WWE versus TNA. I think we might be doing Nick's pay-per-view, or that still might be 2 streams away. I don't know. I don't remember. We will be doing 2 Impacts, though, because I think we left off with Impact will be first. So strap in for double Impacts. And then we'll be back next week with WCW. Maybe we'll make a little more progress next week. This week we got a little sidetracked with drug testing people for no reason, and then, hey, I mean, we got a TV deal in Canada. That's not nothing. That's important. But yeah, tune in next week for more WCW, and that's it. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and that's it. Night, everybody.